They have a lottery. You pick people. Do you think the country's given us their best people?
The Trump administration is set out on changing the H-1B from a lottery to a wage-based system. And there's a good chance that they may be able to do it finally in 2026. Remember that they were trying to do it back in 2020, but it just couldn't happen. They didn't have enough time. Well, now that is changing. This leaves us on a very unstable ground. People who have the H-1B, they don't know what the new rules are like. Do they have to get into this selection again? Do they have to maintain a minimum salary? And what about the people who never had the H-1B? Well, now their chances of getting the H-1B seem even more bleak, simply because as a fresher or someone without a lot of experience, it becomes difficult to secure such a high salary. So the question is, how do you stay legally in the US without the H-1B? This is about backups. This is not about the H-1B. If you get it, great, no problem. But if you don't get it, and if you're not able to maintain status on it, this is what you should be looking into. Now, there's plenty of visa types like the L1, which seem great options, but then you need to work for the company overseas for 1 year and then come back to the US. I'm not going deeper into those simply because it doesn't make sense. You're going to have to leave your life here in the US. You're going to have to go all the way somewhere else, and then who knows if you're going to get to come back or not. My goal is that today you should not have to leave whatsoever. I'll give you 3 options for that. The first and the best, hands down, greatest option over here would be the O1 visa, and I'm sure you know about it probably. But this is a visa which has no cap, no lottery, unlimited number of visas can be issued. It is based on your talent, your merit. As long as whatever you are doing, you hold expertise in that. And we have seen this happen not only for people in IT and business, finance, medicine. We have seen cooks, we have seen musicians. Anyone and everyone is eligible as long as you feel that you have the merit. Remember that the best perk of the O1 is that there's no minimum salary requirement like the H-1B. You can do this with the employer, which is of course preferred, but you can even do it without the employer in certain cases. It can even be run through your own LLC, through your own company, or an agent LLC. And the best part is you can apply anytime, as many times as you want over a period of a year. It's not like the H-1B, once a year the lottery opens up, you put in the ballot your nomination. No, it's not like that. You apply as many times as you want, but apply once your profile is good enough. So that is the first option, and I know a lot of people are worried about it. They think, yeah, you know what, it's an extraordinary ability visa. I don't think my profile qualifies. But you know what? Look into your contacts just around you. Many people in your close vicinity would be on this visa in 2026. I can guarantee you that. And that's why I'm giving you a free evaluation. I recommend you go on to YMGrad.com, see my chat box over there, send me your resume or your LinkedIn link, and just write down O1. I'm going to give you a free O1 evaluation for the first 1,000 people who come into this video and they send me their resumes. And like I said, you might already be eligible. The second option is a very special option. May not be for everyone, but this is the EB-1A green card. It is self-sponsored. You don't need an employer. This is the fastest employment-based green card you can get. You don't have any employer dependency. You can keep on changing jobs within the process if you want. You can apply anytime. It's merit-based, and there's no minimum salary requirement or perm requirement that you have to go through, which will end up taking literally 2 years of your life. But here's the catch. If you file the I-140 for the EB-1A today, and that is assuming that you're eligible. If you file it today and you get the approval, let's say within 15 days also, even then there's a bit of a backlog. This backlog depends on how many people are already waiting from your country to get this green card. During this backlog, you want to stay on the H-1B or the O1 or some other visa which allows you to stay and work in the US. It is only after this backlog will you get your green card. Now, of course, the question is, what is the duration of this backlog? Let me take you to the USCIS website where we're looking at the chart of priority dates. If you check as per the dates of filing for people who are born in India, then EB1, which is the fastest possible green card you can get, they're processing for 2022 right now. Basically, the people who applied in 2022, they're getting processed right now. After that, they'll do 2023, then 2024, and then 2025. You see? So they'll obviously get to you later on, probably not today, but someday. So one thing is for sure, someday you're going to get your green card. But how much time will it take? Well, it looks like it's going to take 3 years at least based on this panel, and may even take longer, depends on the speed of processing. But here's the catch. If you already have a priority date, maybe you already filed your EB2 or EB3 in 2022 or earlier. In that case, you could get this green card in less than 1 year, assuming that you're eligible for it. And by the way, for all other countries, except for India, more or less, India and China, except for that, pretty much any country you are from, you could literally get this green card in less than 1 year as long as you're eligible, because your speed of processing will be current. You don't have to wait because there is no line of people ahead of you. So in certain cases, EB-1A might be the right solution for you, and Again, you can reach out to me on YMGrad, send me a resume and type in EB1 this time, resume or LinkedIn, and I'll be able to let you know whether you qualify. And then the final alternative I can think of, the third one, and this is the worst of these alternatives. This is the worst one. Please avoid this, but this is a fallback option. If you're pushed into a corner, you don't have any other option, then you go forward with the F1 option. Again, you can do day one CPT. You can also do a legitimate degree, but day one CPT is sort of like a gray area where you can study in university at the same time you can work full time because you're attending probably just once a week or so. Let me be clear with you, this is not a great option, but it is a decent option just to keep the boat afloat if you temporarily need to extend your time in the US while you get the O1 or the H-1B or EB1, something like that. In no other case would I make this my primary option. Rest assured, simply because it would cause issues with your petitions in future with the USCIS, when you go for a green card, when you go for pretty much any visa whatsoever, you can have request for evidence when you use day one CPT. Because let's face it, these are tier 3 schools. They're not going to be looking good on your resume. You're just doing those degrees essentially just to stay in the US. And not to mention it's expensive. But that's my 3 alternatives to staying in the US, and many of you guys might be eligible for the O1, EB1, which are the better options. You just might not know it yet. So like I said, you can reach out and I'll send you a free cheat sheet as a bonus when you sign up on YMGrad. Make sure you do that. You can reach out to my team on WhatsApp, on Instagram, and hopefully you can subscribe to the channel if you like the video. And I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye and take care until the next one.